Hello my dear students, I am fine and I wish that all of you will be fine. Dear students, in this class I will discuss with you types of fractions. There are different types of fractions. First we will discuss like and unlike fractions. Listen me carefully. I am telling the definitions of like and unlike fractions. I will also tell the definitions of other types of fractions. You listen carefully. All the definitions written in your book also you will note down in your fair notebook along with the examples. The first type here I am going to discuss is like and unlike fractions. If fractions given to you and in the given fractions, if denominators are same, suppose 2-3 fractions given to you and in these fractions the denominators are same, then the fractions are called like fractions. And if fractions given and in the given fractions denominators are different, then the fractions are called unlike fractions. Look at here, if we are having fraction 1/2, 3/2, 5/2 and 7/2, you are observing in all these fractions denominators are same. Here you can write here denominators are same. Therefore, all these fractions are like fractions. Like fractions. This is the definition that when the given fractions have same denominators are called like fractions. So if denominators given and is asked choose the like fractions, you will choose only those fractions having same denominators. Now 1/3, 2/5, 3/4 and 5/7. You see these fractions. In these fractions, denominators are different from each other. Means, in the given fractions, denominators are different. You can write in these fractions, denominators are different. Denominators are different. Therefore, these fractions are called unlike fractions. Unlike fractions. So, if fractions given to you, you can easily identify which are the fractions unlike and which are the fractions like by looking at the denominators of the fraction. So it is quite easy to understand, and you can also do the questions related to this topic. The next is unit fraction. A fraction, a number of fractions given to you means in the given fractions if all the numerators are 1, means if we are having fraction 1/2, 1/3, 1/5, 1/7, 4, 1/7, etc. So what are you observing here? All the fractions have numerator 1. So these fractions are called unit fractions. Unit fractions. Because numerators of the given fractions are 1. So many fractions given to you, you have to check them whether the given fractions are unit fraction or not. Then you only see the numerator of the fractions. If numerators of the fractions are 1, in all cases, then all the fractions are called unit fractions. Okay. Next is proper or improper fraction. Look at the examples here. I am reading. Proper or improper fraction. The definition of proper fraction is that the fractions having numerators are smaller than their denominators. Fractions in which numerators are smaller than denominators, then the fractions are called proper fractions. Means 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 5 by 7. You are observing in these fractions, in this numerator is 1, denominator is 2, in this numerator is 3, denominator is 4, in this numerator is 5, denominator is 7. You can take bigger number also, 23 by 25. Numerator is 23, denominator is 25. Means numerator is greater than, numerator is smaller than denominator, numerator is smaller than denominator, numerator is smaller than denominator, and here also numerator is smaller than denominators. So in the fractions, if numerators are smaller than denominators, fractions are called proper fractions. So these are the examples of proper fractions. And in other case, if the numerators are greater than denominators, then fractions are called improper fractions. Means here we can write 3 by 2, 7 by 5, 21 by 19. We are observing here all the numerators are greater than the denominators of the given fraction. So these are the examples of improper fraction. Improper fractions. So definition is that if the fractions have numerators greater than denominators are called improper fractions. So if a group of fractions given and is asking that choose the proper fraction and improper fraction, you can easily choose by looking at the numerators. If numerators are smaller than denominators, then fractions are proper fractions, and if numerators are greater than denominators, then fractions are called improper fractions. The next type of fraction is mixed fraction. The next type is mixed fractions. Look at here, I discussed with you like and like, unit, proper and improper. Now I am going to discuss with you mixed fractions or mixed numbers. The definition of mixed fraction is that a fraction which is combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. A fraction which is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction is called mixed fraction. Means if we are having combination here, we represent mixed fractions like this. Mixed fractions. So here this is read as 3 whole 1 by 2. Means it is a whole number and here is a fraction. It is a whole number and here is a fraction. So this is a combination of a whole number and a fraction. It is also called integer. 3 integer 1 by 2, 3 whole 1 by 2, like this we read. So this type of fractions where we have the combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. You see 1 by 2 is a proper fraction because 1 is smaller than 2. That is, numerator is smaller than denominator. So this type of fractions are called mixed fractions. Another example I am taking 7 whole 3 by 4. Okay, it is also an example of mixed fraction. So you can easily write the example of mixed fraction. The definition of mixed fraction, once again I am telling, a fraction which is a combination of a whole number with proper fraction is called mixed fractions. Okay. Now the next topic is conversion of mixed fraction into improper fraction. Here the next topic I am going to discuss with you. Conversion of mixed fraction into improper fraction. Means example is here. Convert 3 whole 1 by 2 into improper fraction. So you will write solution here. You will write your fraction this. How to convert? In this case, you look at here. We multiply the denominator to the whole part and we add the numerator to make the numerator of the improper fraction. Means this can be written as 2 into 3 plus 1 and denominator will be the denominator itself. 2 multiplied by 3 plus 1. 2 multiplied by 3 plus 1 divided by the denominator of the fraction and it will come 2 3 is 6 plus 1, 7 by 2. As you are seeing, 7 is greater than 2, so it is an improper fraction. This is the conversion of this mixed fraction into improper fraction. Another example I am taking. Suppose I have to convert 4 whole 3 by 4 into improper. So I will write it 4 into 4 plus 3 by 4. Means numerator will become 4 multiplied by 4 plus 3 and denominator will be the denominator of the mixed fraction. And here it will be 19 by 4. You can read it 4 4 is 16 plus 3, 19 divided by 4. So this is the conversion of a mixed fraction into improper fraction. I hope you understood this conversion. Now the next topic is conversion of improper fraction into mixed fraction. So I am writing the example. It is quite easy also. Convert 9 by 2 into mixed fraction. Into mixed fraction. So you will write your solution. See, the given improper fraction is 9 by 2. To convert it into mixed fraction, we divide the numerator by denominator. So here I am dividing 9 by 2. You will read the table of 2 to reach up to 9. So 2 4 is 8. You will subtract, here is the remainder. So remainder will become, it will become numerator. It will become numerator. This is the quotient. It will become the whole part and divisor will be the denominator. So yes, we have to convert this into mixed fraction. We can write by dividing with got 4 as quotient. So quotient will become as whole part, 1 as remainder will become the numerator and this 2 will become the denominator. So 9 by 2 will be converted into mixed fraction and it will come 4 whole 1 by 2. So it is quite easy to convert from improper fraction to mixed fraction. I hope you understood how to convert improper fraction into mixed fraction. Some of the examples given in your book also, you will go through your books, you will understand it properly, and then you will do questions of exercise 3.4. So you have your homework. Do exercise 3.4. Thank you.